Well, this is it. It's almost 2021, and we're gonna start doing some more stuff in 2021, right? Because, we'll be honest, 2020 didn't quite go the way we thought it was going to. Hi, I'm Michael Christensen, and this is a video about setting goals for 2021. But let's start with what we learned about our goals from 2020. First off, I know it's pretty common for people to go back and watch videos of what they were hoping to do when the year started, and to go back and say like, oh yeah, I did that, I didn't do that. 2020 was a year. I'm not gonna go back, I'm not gonna hold my feet to the fire, I'm not going to feel bad about anything in those videos that I did not get done. I know what I didn't get done. I know I did not write as many short stories as I wanted. I got 2 done when I wanted to write 12. I didn't get as many drafts of the novel done as I wanted to. And you know what? I think I got a pretty good excuse. There was a global pandemic. There still is a global pandemic, actually. Why am I using the past tense? What's important is what I learned about my own productivity. First of all, I learned to work far in advance. I'm recording videos that are not going to air for a couple of weeks. I'm recording podcasts that are not going to air for several months. I am writing blog posts well in advance, and that's the kind of thing that I really enjoy doing, and I really like having that buffer. The second thing I learned is how to work in adverse conditions. Obviously, I'm still in a pretty fortunate position. I have a roof over my head. I have people around me that I love. I'm doing pretty well in a lot of respects. But I'm also in a position where I don't have a job. I don't have a very strong income at the moment, really only going off of unemployment. And that's challenging. And sometimes there are days when I don't feel productive, which is why it is so important to work in advance. I have a better grasp of time management, although that's something I still need to work on, especially in terms of balancing different projects and different aspects of my life at a time. That's always something I'm going to be struggling with, I think. And I also got really good at setting deadlines for myself. And that's something I'm going to do a lot in 2021, is establish my own hard deadlines and try to stick with them. Now, I know how 2020 went, and I know that these deadlines are probably going to change, but you know, at the very least, I know what to expect now, which is to say that I know to expect the unexpected pretty much at all times. It's now at the point where nothing that happens in the news surprises me at all. Ever. Which is, you know, probably bad and probably unhealthy, but useful as a writer and useful for someone trying to be productive. So let's talk a little bit about my goals for 2021. My first goal is to write every weekday, and my current means of keeping myself honest and keeping myself committed to that goal is to stream while I'm doing it. Just put the camera on, let it roll while I write. That will not be very interesting to watch, but you are welcome to join me as I write, and hopefully you will do the same on your end. And more than anything else, it will make me accountable. It will mean that I have to show up and I have to do the work. And if I'm not going to, it means I have to make it up some other time. My initial goal was to go back to writing from 10 to 11, but my fiance just lost her job, which means she's going to be home during the day. And that might mean that I'm going to start writing earlier in the day. You know, getting up earlier, getting that done so I could spend more time with her during the day and work on house projects, things like that. There will be sick days and vacation days and all of that. That, just like any other job, you need to make sure that you have allowances for the unexpected. But my goal is to show up in front of you every weekday and do some writing. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is to finish my superhero novel, and I mean finish it. I plan to self-publish this. I'm still working on how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to have to record an audiobook for it, and I'm gonna have it done and ready for you in 2022. I know when I want to publish it, but I want to start recording the audiobook by the end of 2021, which means that I need to have it finished. The drafts needs to be locked by then. I plan to do probably 2 more bouts of revisions, not counting copy editing, so I'm hoping to have that done in advance of November, because I'm going to start writing the sequel in November for National Novel Writing Month. That's goal number 3. Write 50,000 words during November for National Novel Writing Month, and that's going to be for the sequel to my superhero novel. I already have a pretty good sense of what's going to happen in that book, but one of the things I'm doing right now, and I'm going to keep doing at the beginning of the new year, is working on the outline for my series of books. Next item on the agenda is to build an audience. Especially if I'm going to be self-publishing, it's going to be very important to find people who are going to want to read the things I write. So part of that is going to be through this YouTube channel as well as through other methods. I have a website, michaeltchristensen.com. The videos get posted there, as well as blogs every week. I have a lot of ideas for blogs in the new year, so there'll be new content every week. You can follow along on my blog. I'm launching a podcast in the new year. I've got several episodes recorded already. If you like the things that I'm going to write about, which is superheroes, you will like the podcast. And if you like the podcast, you'll probably like the novels I'm writing. And then I'm going to write short stories as well. I have a plan for how those are going to be released, sort of published for an audience. So that is going to be another way that I hopefully will build an audience. That brings us to the next goal, write short stories. Specifically, I plan to produce and publish 8 of them in 2021. Really, I need to write 9 because the one for January 2022 should probably be written in 2021. So we'll say 9 short stories, 8 of them published in 2021. I'll have more info about that in the middle of the year once those start coming out. But for now, just know that I have a plan to get my writing available to you fairly soon-ish, next couple months. I mean, time's an illusion and I have no idea how long that will feel, but just know, probably shortly after my birthday. And then the final goal is to get married. Now, I'm living with my fiance and we are incredibly lucky and happy and really, I think, fortunate. We're both healthy, but we didn't do the wedding that we wanted and we still want to. We still want to do the wedding that we've envisioned. I have a lot of friends who have done small ceremonies, just the 2 of them, and that's fine, that's fair, that makes a lot of sense and I see why they're doing them, but we really want to have that special day with our family and friends and loved ones. We're looking at dates. We've got some pretty cool ones in our mind. We're just waiting to hear back from some vendors about confirming them. Now that we have a timeline on the vaccines, or at least a rough idea of a timeline, feeling pretty good and actually comfortable about setting things, putting things on the schedule, doing work and stuff. We've been testing some centerpiece ideas and that's been really fun. And I think that we're, planning our wedding as best we can in good faith that the vaccine will make it possible for people to be there. Those are my goals. In the first video of 2021, I'm going to do a breakdown of my Q1 goals. I'm really trying to commit to treating my writing business as a business. That means setting deadlines, that means accountability to myself, that means a content calendar. Part of what I did at my old job, and something I was very, very proud of, was a content calendar, keeping track of when things were due to different divisions. I think that I did that extraordinarily well, and I've been using that as well for myself and my podcasts and videos and writing for 2021, and already being able to say some things are done, even a couple weeks in advance of 2021 even being here, that feels really good. So in the new year, we'll talk more about these projects, about the podcast, and about the blogs, and about what my goals are for that first quarter. But in the meantime, we are heading into the holidays, so the most important thing is that we all stay safe. Be smart, wear a mask, keep your distance from other people if you can, use hand sanitizer, wash your hands, do the whole 9 yards. Let's have the healthiest, happiest holidays that we can, and keep our distance so that we can all hold each other tighter next year. That's the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. That's the thumbs up one. And if you want to chime in the comments with some of your goals for 2021, I would love to hear them. I want to know what we're all planning on doing. I have some really ambitious ideas and things that I need to finish in 2021 and finally get the ball rolling on. Are you in the same boat? Are you already way ahead of the curve, ahead of me, and you have got a system in place, you've got some novels already published? Let me know in the comments below what you're planning on 2021 being in that case. If you're not at the point I am yet where you think your novel will be ready in the new year, then let me know what you are going to work on in 2021. How far do you think your novel is going to get? What do you want to do? If you want to see more videos like this, then please hit the subscribe button. I am trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully we can do that. I would love to give away a free audiobook to one of my subscribers, and I will only do that if I get to 100 subscribers by the end of 2020. I think we can do it. I think it's possible, but it does mean that you have to start recommending this channel to some people, especially if you want a chance to get an audiobook. And if you don't, please still recommend the channel to people, please. Don't forget to hit the bell, and that way you know when videos are coming right away, which is really nice. It's really nice to know, oh, new video from the person that I like videos of. Here we go, new video. This is that. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, Victoria.